Have you ever been playing in the ocean and it goes from that moment where you're sort of playfully getting tossed in the waves, where all of a sudden you start to try to get out and you realize you're caught right where the waves are breaking? Discouragement can actually feel a lot like that, where it feels like you just keep taking hits and you can't get out from where the waves are breaking. And obviously the people of Israel know a lot about seasons of discouragement. And I've been spending some specific time in the book of Haggai, which if you don't know much about this book, I give a little bit more context on the video from yesterday. But this book, while only being 2 chapters long, is chock filled with such important truth for the people of Israel at the time, but for us as well. That Haggai is tasked with asking the people of Israel to rebuild God's temple after coming out of captivity in Babylon. And actually what happens is they go back to Jerusalem when they're released and they start to build, but they get some opposition and they stop building again. It's interesting. When you think about a people who struggle with discouragement, while they were in exile, no doubt they were experiencing a season of discouragement. I mean, can you imagine exiled from your home in captivity, no freedom? See, we think about those seasons and it makes sense that we would think they'd be discouraged, but this is what's fascinating to me about discouragement, is that they go back to their homeland with the task in front of them to rebuild the temple. They start to build and then they stop. In fact, it says almost a month later, they stop. I wonder why that is. See, they got everything that they had no doubt been praying and asking for, and their circumstances changed for the better, and yet discouragement still came. See, it tells us something sneaky about discouragement. It's almost like it's actually not attached to our circumstances. I heard someone say recently the idea that discouragement is an inside job. The reality that discouragement can rise even when our circumstances are good. So it's almost like maybe we need to attach them to something that doesn't change. And I love this because God gives them this promise through the prophet Haggai and reminds them of what has always been true about him and his relationship to them. And I want to encourage us with this today. He says in chapter 2, verse 4, "Be strong, all you people of the land, declares the Lord, and work, for I am with you, declares the Lord Almighty. This is what I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, and my spirit remains among you. Do not fear." See, our circumstances will change. They will rise and they will fall. And if we attach our level of encouragement to that, it will rise and fall just the same. But the presence of God that is promised from Abraham all the way to today is with you. And it gives us reason to work and to not fear, knowing that that will never change. And so that is my encouragement to you, that you would actually take courage in the promise of God's presence with us and not in our circumstances, because he has been and always will be with us.